We're here at Pine Hollow Club, hole number 2 in Long Island, New York. We're gonna go into how to calculate yardages with precision. All right, so going into how we play golf, I think for a lot of people, and this is why I've chosen this shot right here, is I think a lot of us, all we do is we say, all right, this shot right here is a par 3 that's 190. It's downhill and it's into the wind, so I think I'm just going to cancel the 2 out and I'll just grab a normal club. Or it's downhill and I'm going to hit one less club. That is my biggest pet peeve as a coach, and I'll tell you why. Whenever I hear somebody say, I'm going to swing one less club or I'm going to take one more club, I don't think there's enough value in that. And what I mean by that, and the reason I say there's not enough value in that, is when we take less club or we take more club, I think we need to know how we're actually trying to hit the shot. Are we going to swing it full out? Are we going to hit it 3/4? Because there's a lot of times I see players, they take extra golf club and then they swing it easier and it comes up shorter than if they actually hit their 7-iron instead of their 6-iron, as an example. So the thing I want to cover in this right here today is how do we get to yardages? That's the one thing I cannot stress enough, is when you're playing golf, swing to yardages. Pick a yardage and commit to a yardage so that you can actually hit a shot. I don't know if there's anything that's more important than that on the actual golf course right here. So here's how I do things if I'm hitting this shot right here. So I have 190 yards. This hole is downhill and I'm into a wind that's 5 miles an hour. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I know that from this point to the actual flag is 190 yards. So I'm going to use that as that I'm going to calculate everything off of. So the first thing is this is quite a bit downhill right here. This is quite a bit downhill. I'm going to give this a value of -10. So I'm going to say right in here, I'm going to take it from 190 to 180 yards before I do anything else. So now to get to that flag stick, instead of it being 190, I'm going to call it 180. Now I've got 5 miles an hour of wind that I have into me. I think this is the piece and this is the skill that I think is really important, is we need to have a systematic way of how we get to yardages for ourselves. Here's mine. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's worked pretty darn good for a lot of players, and it's worked pretty darn good for me as a player right here. So my first thing is I'm going to say the wind right here is 5 miles an hour. So what I'm going to add to this shot is I'm going to add 1% for every mile an hour of wind there is. So I'm going to add 5% to 190. So that would be 8.5 yards. So I've gone from 190, the downhill brought it to 180. I'm now going to add 8.5 yards. So now I'm at 188.5. Let's just call it 189 just to be safe. Now from here where that flag stick is, I have water short and I have bunkers left, and I probably have 30 or 40 feet of green behind it. So I got 10 yards to play with on the long side. When we look at most of us as amateurs, this is one of the things I think we all see, and watch this the next time you go play golf with your playing competitors. The higher the handicap is, the shorter I think we come up with our shots. I think we miscalculate how far we actually hit the club, or we take what we think our total distance is on TrackMan and we call that our yardage versus our carry distance. Okay, so I'm at 189 right now, and I know I've got 10 yards past it that I can play with. I hope you're enjoying today's YouTube video, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and I really do appreciate your support. If you're the player that's struggling with issues in their golf swing that YouTube might not be fixing, one of your options would be to head over to trevorsalzmangolf.com, where you can get and you could view all the online lesson packages that I offer as a coach. A lot of times players don't know what to work on, or if they are working on something, they don't know why it is they're working on it. And those are some of the things that I can help you clarify. So click on that link, head over there, Again, I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and now back to the video. So for me as a scratch golfer, I'm gonna add 5 yards. If you're a 10 plus handicap, I might add the full 10. And here's why. The number of shots that we absolutely 100% pure and flush on the golf course, I'd say, are few and far between, even for me. I'm not saying I don't hit the ball solid, but I don't hit it dead flush center of the face right now anymore every single time. So I'm going to give myself a variance to be able to play with right here. I'm going to give myself 5 yards. So 189 now becomes 194. So what's cool is I've got my 6-iron in my hand that I know goes 200 yards. So I know that I can now grip down about a 1/2 inch, and that's going to take 5 yards off of this. I've got a perfect golf club in my hand that I know that I've now taken short out of play, so the water's out of play. I have a perfect number, perfect flag stick. If I flush this, I should be 15 feet past the hole. If I mishit it a little bit, I'm actually getting a little bit closer to where the target is. Now, I think there's some scenarios and there's some instances where we would say this might not be a good idea. If we have a back pin and there's no green to work with, and it's a green that slopes back to front, long's probably not a very good option. In this scenario, it is a pretty good option. So I know that even if I flush this as pure as I can hit it, I can't go over the green. And even if I mishit it more than what I would hope, I know the water's not in play. So all the homework that I've done right here has really made this shot a heck of a lot easier. I have 194 yards. I'm going to grip up a 1/2 inch on this 6-iron. I'm going to start this right at the flag. My typical ball pattern's a little bit of a draw, and I've got a solid 30 to 40 feet to work with left. So I know that even if I draw this a little bit, there's a pretty good opportunity that I've got a putter in my hands after this because of the homework that I've done. Knowing your yardage and being able to get to a yardage, I think, is what really allows us to make a committed golf swing on the golf course. I cannot stress this enough. Swing to yardages. Don't just pick an extra club or take one club off and just swing it to swing it. Learn how to be really precise regardless of what your skill level is, because I'll say this to everybody. This isn't just going to fall out of the sky one day that you're going to be really good at getting to yardages and you're never going to miss hit a shot. Everything has to start somewhere. Make it start today. I think that's the one thing that I would stress to all of you. All right, so I'm going to create my feel. I'm going to go. 194 is my yardage. I'm going to grip up a 1/2 inch to get to that. 200 is my normal number, so 1/2 inch will put me at 95. I hit this good. This should be 15 feet past the flag. So I've got face at the target, set the body up, handles a little bit forward. It's my feel one more time, and then I'll let it go. All right, there was hit really solid. Curved just like I thought. Started a little left of it, curved. I'm about 15 feet past of it, a little left of the flag, but I did my job right there. I hit it the way that I wanted to, moved a little bit more than I wanted, but because of the homework that I did, I have putter in my hand. So the thing I can't stress enough again to everybody, swing to yardages, do your homework so that when you have the yardage as a commitment and you know how far you're trying to hit this golf ball, it makes hitting the shot a heck of a lot easier. So give that a go. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video here. If you haven't, please click that subscribe button. You can also click the bell right there, and that's going to notify you every time that I release a new YouTube video. Also, if you haven't, check out that last video that I did. It's right here, pinned to the screen. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave those below, and I will make sure I get back to each and every one of you. So, thank you again. Appreciate your support. We'll see you next time.